Hello everyone and welcome to the virtual Union celebration. My name is Vedant Kulkarni and I'm a student member of the Union Governing Board. We are gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishment of our students and staff, acknowledge the challenges we faced over this past year, and celebrate the 65th anniversary of our beloved Union. Hopefully, we can celebrate next year in person, but till then, thank you for joining us for this virtual celebration. To begin with, we have Corey Williamson, the Director of the Union.
Good afternoon and welcome to the K-State Student Union Celebration for 2021. My name is Corey Williamson and I serve as the Executive Director of the K-State Student Union, and I am here to welcome you to what is expected to be a great celebration of maybe what has been a challenging year, but has also provided us many highlights that we can go back to and show appreciation to each other, as well as recognize the many accomplishments that we've had over the past year. That said, one of the first things I think that we need to acknowledge is that this is our 65th anniversary of opening the K-State Student Union. Since opening on March 8, 1956, we have a rich history of collaboration, programs, and facility improvements to meet the needs of our students and the greater campus community. Since then, the Union has undergone several facility improvement projects, including the 1963 expansion of the ballroom to host over 1,000 people, the 1970 addition, which included the Union Bookstore, Forum Hall, the Big 12 room, and the 8 lanes within the bowling center. In 1998, the renovation included aesthetic improvements as well as a renovation of the North Outdoor Plaza, now known as Bosco Plaza. And most recently, the renovation completed in 2017 that resulted in a new food service model, which featured the first gastro pub in the Manhattan area, known as Union Station by JP's. This year, we also had an opportunity to celebrate with our campus partners as the university realized the completed construction of the Morris Family Multicultural Student Center, adjacent to the Union. The Morris Family Multicultural Student Center is a place where students of all backgrounds can openly express themselves and bring campus together to celebrate culture and heritage. We are excited to be physically connected to this new structure, which also represents our connection and mission and values. I will conclude my opening remarks by expressing my most sincere appreciation to the entire K-State Student Union team. You all have remained exceptional while navigating the personal and professional impact of this pandemic. All of you have taken on additional responsibilities, schedule changes, temporary furloughs, and pay reductions. You have endured these challenges while providing exceptional services to our campus community. I have told you before, and I will continue to say, that you all are phenomenal, and our campus would not be the same if you were not at the front door of campus welcoming students and our community. So with that, I would like to once again welcome you to the K-State Student Union 2021 celebration, and I will now turn it over to Ryan Urban, who will talk about the successes that have taken place in the Union Program Council.
Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Urban and I'm the UPC president this year. We had a very successful this year despite all the pandemic and coronavirus chaos aside. This year we want to introduce our committee of the year being After Hours. After Hours is a special committee set up to do events literally after hours every other Friday for students to be safe, inclusive, and here in the Union. They've worked very hard this year to maintain this environment, even with all the COVID protocols that we've had to go through. We want to extend our dearest congratulations to After Hours. Our in-person event this year was Sip and Sketch, which was held out on Anderson Lawn. Sip and Sketch was our first in-person event from our fall semester and the first time we were able to get the human interaction with our students that we love to have here in UPC. This was a highly successful event as we reached capacity while guests were able to go out and enjoy not only sipping their favorite beverage, non-alcoholic beverage I should add, while also sketching landscapes here on campus. Our virtual event this year was the Neon Trees featuring 303 virtual concert. This was a special chance for our concerts to come back to campus in a safe environment and for students to host their own watch parties, hopefully safely in the middle of this pandemic. This was a unique chance for all of campus to engage in a concert experience unlike any other, and we thank everyone who joined us for it. Thank you.
congratulations to everyone involved with the UPC for a great year of events. Now let's hear what the Union Governing Board has been up to from our president, Nathan Vance.
Hi everybody, I'm Nathan Vance, the president of the Union Governing Board. And this year, the Union Governing Board has been presented with a lot of challenges, and I'm very proud of the way everyone's been flexible and understanding with the things going on in our current situation. Of course, our biggest problem has been the COVID situation and navigating through that. It's been a struggle trying to find ways for the Union to be usable by students and faculty during this time where you can't actually be in the facility. So that's been the biggest challenge that we've been facing. Along with discussions over the COVID situation, we've also been able to look at renovations and other projects the Union has been able to take on during this time period. We've looked at renovations in the ballroom and also the possibility of adding an esports facility within the Union as well. Our team has also been providing resources for our students and members in the organization to improve themselves as well. We've had PowerCount Financial come in our meetings and teach us as well. I'm very proud of the way that the Union Governing Board has been adaptable and flexible, and I'm excited to see what we can do next year.
Good job, Nathan. Thank you once again for all the work that you've done to continue the work of our UGB, Union Governing Board. And now I'm going to announce the UGB Committee Member of the Year. And so the UGB Committee Member of the Year is intended to acknowledge the hard work of our UGB members and what they do to help us create policy, implement strategies and actions to enhance the mission of the K-State Student Union. So this year, the UGB Committee Member of the Year is Sarah Wallace. Sarah Wallace has done a phenomenal job in her role as a co-vice president on the UGB exec team this year. She also has the responsibility of serving on the Food Retail Service Advisory Committee. And so she has been phenomenal in helping us develop strategies to continue to improve our customer service. She also took on the additional role of serving on our esports task force, who was charged to help us identify the union's role in building community through esports programming on campus. She also helped us draft the union resolution to help improve our ballroom for our students and our rest of our campus in order to enjoy the services that are offered in our ballroom facilities. Once again, congratulations, Sarah, and thank you for all that you have done to continue to support the work and the efforts of the K-State Student Union. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing about UGB's hard work this year. My personal experience in UGB has been extremely fruitful, and I'm thankful for all the leadership skills I've gained through my time at UGB. Now let's welcome Lily Hurd, the lead ambassadors of Union Ambassadors, to wrap up our student volunteer recognition.
Hi, I'm Lily, and I'm the lead student union ambassador for this year. This year has been a very unique and challenging year due to all of the fun things happening. We had to have a lot of virtual meetings and gatherings, as well as shift a lot of what we've done in person to online. So we've actually moved to doing a lot of video content this year, including doing a virtual video for Family Day back in the fall, as well as doing a virtual union tour so that we could present it to the students, faculty, and at a conference. We've also were able to continue our partnership with Cat's Cupboard and continue to take in those donations to help them out, as well as do a in-person and hybrid trivia with our partner here with JP's.
The Union Ambassador Advisor's Choice Award is an opportunity to recognize a member that has contributed to the success of the organization in ways that may not be openly obvious to others. This past year has been incredibly challenging for our students, our organization, and our ability to fulfill our mission. The executive leadership team excelled in keeping our members engaged and informed, from continuing to manage donations to our Cat's Cupboard food bin, to scheduling a hybrid trivia event to help build community in students, as well as shifting to a completely virtual meeting setup. It was so difficult to select just one recipient, so I chose 3. Nathan Sellers, the K-State Community Lead, Brooke Arrington, Residence Life Community Lead, and Michaela Quinn, Fraternity and Sorority Life Community Lead. Their dedication, resilience, and leadership will allow Union Ambassadors to enjoy continued success. It is my pleasure to present the 2020-2021 Advisor's Choice Award to these students, and I wish them many congratulations. Thank you for all you have done for the Union. The Union Ambassador of the Year Award is voted on by the membership to recognize a peer for outstanding service and leadership to the organization. It is my pleasure to announce that Lily Hurt has been selected as the 2020-2021 recipient. Lily has spent countless hours organizing, volunteering, leading, and outreaching to our group during the most difficult of times. Keeping us grounded, engaged, and moving forward, Lily has been nothing short of amazing. It is heartening to know that her work was noticed by the membership and that they saw fit to acknowledge her contributions. Congratulations, Lily, on this much-deserved recognition. Thank you for all you have done for Union Ambassadors and the Union, and I wish you the best on your upcoming graduation. You will be sorely missed.
As you can see, our volunteer groups were able to accomplish so many things thanks to their creativity and dedication. We are looking forward to what's in store for next year. Now, we would like to recognize our senior student staff members. We cannot function without our student staff. Thanks to their dedication, they have helped make our union a more welcoming and inclusive place. Thank you for everything that you do for our union.
My name is Erin Lakehamp. I'm the front desk at the business office here at the K-State Student Union.
I am Wyatt Akins. I am a building manager in the building operations department.
My job is important to me because of how many people I get to help throughout the day. Between answering phones and directing people through the union, it's really rewarding.
My job at the union is important to me because of all the people that I work with. It's a great group that I wouldn't have met otherwise.
My job here at the union is important to me because the union is a great place for students and other faculty to come and enjoy, and I get to be able to be here, help them out, make it a great place for K-State.
My job is important to me because I'm a business major, so I kind of get a leg up in the business world. I get to see how business is ran from a business side.
The union gives students a place to come together and study, or you can grab a bite to eat or just hang out with friends, and it's not like you have to drive anywhere off of campus. You could, between class, go bowl, or you come get some ice cream or get some lunch or something.
It's a great place for students to come and gather, study, eat, hang out, watch games, be here during the weekends, bookstore they get to purchase all their K-State gear.
There's so many resources available at the union for students and outside community members, from renting rooms for student organizations to doing passports, the bookstore for books and everything. There's just so many resources.
My favorite thing about working in the union is getting to know all the people that are here. By working in the business office, I get to talk to anyone from the director's office to PowerCat Financial to the marketing team, so getting to know everybody is really fun.
My favorite thing about working in the union is definitely the people that I work with. It's like the cliche K-State family, but really you get so close to everybody and it's really fun to work with.
Working for Steve Anderson, he is the best boss I've ever had.
My favorite thing is I've got to meet a lot of new people that I wouldn't have been able to meet just through classes and other events. So I've been able to meet people through all over K-State, and that's been my favorite part.
Every year, we recognize our staff members for their exceptional dedication and contribution to the union. The Employee Achievement Award is given twice to a student staff and a full-time staff every year to recognize the contribution that they have made to our union.
Now it is time to do one of the things that we love to do here at the union, which is acknowledge the outstanding work of our staff members and our student employees. So we're going to start with acknowledging our Full-Time Staff Employee Achievement Award. This year, the 2021 Full-Time Staff Employee Achievement Award will go to Jeff White. Jeff White has been a part of our team for well over 20 years, and as a result of some of the things and challenges that we've experienced this past year, Jeff has stepped up in a big way and taken on additional tasks and additional responsibilities. And not only has he done that, but he has done it in such a way that he has received several nominations for the work that he is doing. On one occasion, he provided additional support outside of normal business hours when a customer was looking for a place to conduct their engraving services. And at that time, Jeff White acknowledged their needs for support. And as a result, he was able to not only take the order, but he also completed it in real time at that moment. And so he demonstrated the excellent customer service that we want to have throughout our entire department, and so we just really appreciate his efforts and his work there. And then more broadly, just him taking over the engraving services as a whole. He was nominated just for the transition process and making that transition process as smooth as possible. And he was not only just helping with the transition process, but he created some efficiencies within the engraving system. And so with that all said, we just really appreciate all that Jeff has contributed during his time here. And over the last year, he has been well above and beyond what we could have asked or think. So thank you so much, Jeff, and congratulations on receiving the 2021 Employee Achievement Award. It is now time to recognize our 2021 Student Employee Achievement Award, which will go to Brooke Colglazer. Brooke has been a part of our staff for well over a year and a half, and she has operated in the capacity of a student building manager. We have really appreciated Brooke's attention to detail, which is reflected in her building manager reports. And so most recently, she was nominated for the level of detail she put in her building manager report, which not only included the challenges and issues that she faced, but she also discussed in great detail the solutions that she provided to address those concerns and issues. She has been an outstanding team member. We've really appreciated her service and her effort. And so with that, we will now present her with the 2021 Student Employee Achievement Award. Thank you so much, Brooke.
This year, several of our staff members reached significant milestones with their years of service at the union. Please congratulate the following people for 5 years of service: Jeff Clark, Deanna DeFour, and Robert Howard. And a big congratulations to Steve Anderson for 10 years of service. Up next, we have the Vision Award. The Vision Award recognizes individuals in the history of the union whose dreams, goals, and vision have energized the union in remarkable ways. I call upon Corey Williamson to present this award.
Thank you, Vedant. Once again, doing a great job. Appreciate all that you're doing. At this point, we will now acknowledge the 2021 Vision Award recipient this year. And so this year we will be presenting this award to Bill Muir. The Vision Award identifies and extends our sincere appreciation to the individuals whose efforts, commitment, influence, and dreams energize the growth and services of the Student Union. He is an alumnus of K-State University with a degree in business administration. He has been an unwavering supporter of the K-State Student Union for over 20 years. He served as the UGB faculty representative from 1997 through 2008. After retiring in 2011 as an assistant vice president emeritus, he accepted the invitation to return to the board as a non-voting member of the Union Governing Board in 2016. For the past 5 years, he accepted the request to return to the board each year to offer historical context as the group seeks to resolve new challenges. In addition to his role on the Union Governing Board, Bill remains involved in the review committee for the Stanley L. Winter Alpha Tau Omega Leadership Scholarship. He has been heavily involved in his fraternity Alpha Tau Omega over the years, holding both national and chapter offices. Bill Muir continues to offer support and encouragement in every way possible. So once again, Bill, thank you for all that you have continued to contribute, continue to do for the K-State Student Union, and I look forward to continually working and partnering with you as we continue to advance the mission of the K-State Student Union. Thank you.
Our last award for tonight is the Stanley L. Winter Alpha Tau Omega Leadership Award. Let's hear about this award, the meaning behind it, and the winner of this award.
Thank you, Vedant. It is now our honor to introduce the recipients of the Stanley L. Winter Alpha Tau Omega Scholarship Award.
It's my great pleasure for the 55th time to make this award in the lasting memory of Stanley L. Winter. Stan was a good and noble man who loved the K-State Union, loved Alpha Tau Omega, and loved K-State. Stanley graduated from this fine institution and then got his master's from K-State, then went on to the University of Northern Colorado and was their program director. But Stanley had cancer and it took him in 1992. In his memory, the family and the ATO Endowment Fund established the Stanley L. Winter Alpha Tau Omega Student Leadership Scholarship at the K-State Student Union. First award, one award, was made in 1993. And ever since that day, we have endeavored to, through suggestions and nominations that are made by people surrounding the union, staff, heads of departments, etc., to find the best person or persons to receive this award. Stanley practiced good character, good scholarship, and good fellowship, which are founding principles of ATO, and throughout his short life, he died at the age of 27. But ever since then, his family and the union and our endowment fund have endeavored to recognize his service through these awards. Tonight we are privileged to have Kent Winter, his older brother, who will introduce the award recipients, and I say plural. This is a highlight of all three entities' year for awarding of this prestigious award. It has the effect of singling out individuals who have done through volunteer work that the union believes in. So with that, it is my pleasure to yield the screen to Kent Winter, representing the Winter family.
Hello from the Kent Winter Farm in rural Sedgwick County, Kansas, just outside the city of Wichita near the small community of Andale, where I went to high school and so did my younger brother Stan. I'm here today to announce the winners of the Stanley L. Winter Alpha Tau Omega K-State Union Leadership Award. Stan was a younger brother of mine. We were 9 years apart. There were 5 of us siblings that were raised here in this very house that I'm speaking out of, a 93-year-old farmhouse. We had a lot of good memories here growing up, and we both attended K-State and after we got out of high school, and I personally have a lot of great memories of the K-State Union from when I was on campus, from the Friday night films in Forum Hall, also the gathering space, the cafeteria, and all the good times that were had there in the Union. My brother Stan loved K-State, he loved the ATO house, and he loved the K-State Union. So it's my honor and privilege this year, today, to announce that we have 3 winners of this award this year. Our first recipient, Verdant Kulkarni, has been heavily involved with UGB in his time there at K-State. He served a year as vice president, also a year as president. He also recently ran for student body president. I'm going to quote here from the letter of nomination for him. Quote, "He has shown a genuine interest in the success of the union. I have appreciated Vedant's insight into the student experience while providing guidance on topics such as how to create affordable food options for our students, improve engagement of our international students, and help identify opportunities to collaborate with the newly constructed Morris Family Multicultural Center located adjacent to the Union," end quote. He was also a student speaker at the 2019 KS Unite event, and he also has been vigilant in his efforts to foster an environment that is equitable, inclusive, and diverse. It's also my understanding that he is serving as the MC for this virtual K-State Union celebration event. Congratulations, Verdant. Our next recipient is Matthew Sword. Matthew is an accounting major, finishing his junior year of school at this time. On the UGB, he has served as vice president the past 2 years. He also received the UGB Committee Member of the Year award in 2020. But it doesn't just stop there. He's also involved as a student leader in the Student Governing Association. He's currently a judge on the Student Review Board and also a member of the Elections Committee. And it's also my understanding that he serves as ambassador for the College of Business Administration. Congratulations, Matthew. Our third recipient is Ryan Urban. He's graduating this spring with a master's in journalism and mass communications. He's got an extensive background in PR and media. He's currently serving as UPC president. He came in at semester this year. Also, he's serving on the Graduate Student Council, where he is serving as the Awards and Recognition Chair. He's also heavily involved at multiple levels with his social fraternity Kappa Sigma. He's also serving as a graduate teaching assistant within the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Congratulations, Ryan. Again, congratulations to all 3 of this year's recipients. I think it should be noted, and I certainly noticed this with the applications, that their service did not stop with the K-State Union. They went above and beyond. All 3 of them are heavily involved in other situations, other groups there on campus where they are serving other leadership roles there also. It's no accident that we use the word leadership when we put the title on the name of this scholarship. So all 3 of you should not only be proud of your accomplishments, but maybe more important is the fine example that you have set for those who will come after you. Thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you for joining us to celebrate our beloved volunteers and staff. As we close, join me in welcoming the upcoming leadership teams. We are so excited to see what they'll accomplish in this upcoming year. The union is nothing without you guys. The hard work that you put in makes it truly a home of every Wildcat, and we appreciate all the work that you do for our union. Go Cats!